What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Explosive Wonder. Today I'm going to talk about my Spider-Man Brand New Day spoiler review. These are my spoilers for Spider-Man Brand New Day. So you don't want spoilers, click away now in 3, 2, 1. Alright. For those of you that are still here and want spoilers for Spider-Man Brand New Day, or you don't care about spoilers, I love the dynamic between Spider-Man and the Punisher. I mentioned that before. My spoiler-free review, go check that out in the videos tab. I liked at that moment where the end where Punisher's pretending to be Spider-Man and he kind of pretends to be Spider-Man and Peter Parker just goes out and takes a look at the crowd and wow, is there a lot of people who respect the Spider-Man for what he has done and yeah, and fans, of course, and it's crazy, right? Yeah, I also like the dynamic between... I also like the fight scenes where Hulk was fighting Peter in a building. I forgot what building it was, but yeah, I also liked this. I also like the fight montage in the beginning. I love that Punisher is helping Spider-Man out a little bit, not Jean Grey. And yeah, she is Jean Grey in this movie, and she's helping into minds, and Spider-Man gets these newfound powers because of his anger, and yeah, just really, really great. Anything else I'd say about the movie? I love the speech that she said in Spider-Man Brand New Day. She said that people don't care about us Spider-Man, and we hurt the people we care about, and she asked Peter a very important question, and Peter responds with, "Yes, I do. Yes, I'm both." And I thought that was a very good answer. I like how he controlled his rage at the end to defeat the Hand. And I also love the tornado move that he does. And also when he goes to speak to the head of the DLDC, and he tells Spider-Man that there are security system kind of thing, and like we now control the Hand, and yeah, anything more about the movie that I liked in terms of spoilers. I also liked that scene where Yelena Belova's like, she calls them tights or something like that, and Peter says, they're not tights. And, yeah, I also like how she references that, you know, that isn't like the Avengers deal with big potatoes and you deal with small potatoes. It's just hilarious that she uses potatoes in that example. And then later she comments that they're his friends, and he's like, wait, no they're not. And then, yeah, and I also liked how during the scene where MJ gets possessed by Jean Grey, you can kind of see she's figuring it out, and then Jean Grey controls her instantly, and Peter Parker like knows it's Jean Grey, and I thought it was funny that she made a kiss. I also really liked the Aunt May pep scene. That was kind of an interesting way to bring Aunt May back. It was sort of a flashback, but yeah, it was just, but Jean Grey could interact with Aunt May, which I thought was really, really interesting that she can do that, that she's that powerful, but yeah, I was kind of disappointed not to see the Venom symbiote in this. But people say, well, where did Spider-Man's newfound power comes from? Some thought it was Jean Grey. Others thought it was Venom. And yes, while Jean Grey did control Peter for a good majority of the movie, he couldn't get into Peter Parker's mind, and I also like the part where Jean Grey and Spider-Man kind of relate back and forth, and he's like, I know what that feels like to not have alone, to be alone. And Jean Grey says, well, I've been alone, there's nothing to help me, and then Peter Parker relates to that in kind of this friendly manner, and he's like, yeah, I know what it feels like. I know what it's like not to have people by your side, because he's felt that. Anyway, I think that they're just so relatable in this film, and that makes it really fun. And I found out that she was Jean Grey through when, you know, Spider-Man was doing some research on the computer to figure out who this person is, and he says, and Punisher's like, hey, have you figured out who's controlling minds yet? And he's like, not yet, but I have found a name, Jean Grey. And I I mean, man, my reaction was just, yeah, um, um, yeah, everybody was great, in this film. And I can't wait to see what the future of Spider-Man holds. And, I also liked how, slowly he began to advance his tech more when he found that storage unit and turned it kind of like into a home base. I thought that was pretty cool. And I thought the powers were pretty cool as well. Just something we never really saw from Spider-Man. Yeah, and that just about does it for my Spider-Man Brand New Day spoiler review. If you like more content, be sure to like the video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my latest videos. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Kapow!